Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 20 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as the Julii. And in the last episode, I think that was the episode where I did take Lugdunum finally, and that has given me a bit of breathing room against the Gauls here. This is a province, this is an area that essentially secures the northern route down into Massilia and then also Narbo Martis as well. So that feels pretty good. Now I am stretched a little bit thin at this point. I don't really have the forces to properly station Lugdunum, as well as, I mean in this case I'm racing some troops down to assist in this upcoming battle against these brigands here. And so that's going to be a little bit annoying, but... And then on this side, I'm racing on over to deal with this big old Spanish army that keeps on kind of dipping in and then dipping out. And it would be nice to get an engagement to clear it out of the way. Now, can I win that engagement? I don't know. It's probably not a good force, but there's a lot of them. And I don't have a lot of troops. I have a pretty diminished force right here under my faction leader, Lucius Julius. And then I do have some troops here in Narbo Martis itself, led by Marcus Julius. So we will see if these two forces themselves can team up and then take down this Spanish army. We will see. So this is the turn where this settlement or this fort was sieged. So the Spanish have not built up any siege equipment yet. I have until next turn, I think, to get on in there. And in this turn, we can assist in this battle. Yeah, so we should be able to get on up there. And we can pull some more Town Watch to assist in this battle as well against these brigands. And then I should race back on over to Lugdunum just in case Lugdunum needs any help. Because, yeah, I didn't leave it with much. And I don't really know. Let's see if I can get my spy actually. Let's get some more vision on up here. What do they have in Alesia? Yeah, some more chosen swordsmen. Nice. And the faction heir. So we don't know much about him. Let's actually, can we... If we get closer, can we find out more about them? Oh yeah, look at this. 2 units of chosen swords, 2 units of barbarian cavalry, and then a skirmisher warband, and some barbarian noble cavalry. Hot damn, nice. Wow, cool. Yeah, that's some tough units right there. Cool, nice. Yeah, see, this is why, and I don't know if this is true yet, just because I don't have enough experience in this game, but that's kind of what I was aiming for when I was decided to play this campaign on the unit scale that I decided on, the default scale as far as I'm concerned. Just because if the AI does struggle with just pumping out, you know, the whole population of their troops to form these warband units that they have, these huge warband units, then would they ever be able to get a better unit? Would they ever be able to tech up into better settlements? And I mean, obviously, I also have played slow, so that does play a part as well. And so this isn't proof of anything, but this is, you know, what I've wanted to see. I want to play against some, you know, some better troops. So seeing the Gauls field some chosen swords and some barbarian noble cavalry, that's rewarding. That's pretty fun. That's better than anything that I have. So I am going to want to focus. I think for now, at this point, now that I'm going to be, so I'm building the stables here in Lugdunum, and I currently can train Stadi here in Massilia, and then my Velites here in Narbo Martis, and that gives me 2 entire centers here in my eastern and then western portions of my empire where I can train my own localized armies. And I think that it's finally time for me to actually get out some proper army comps that I like to field. I did spend some time, not too much time, but I did spend some time playing some custom battles before I started recording these campaigns, and I have an idea of what I want my army comps to look like for the Julii and the Egypt as well. Actually, I tried all of the factions, I think. Maybe not all of them, but I have an idea of what I want for these army comps. These are army comps that I did practice and that I do feel comfortable fielding. And in my Egypt campaign, I've been able to field some of those army comps, at least some versions of those army comps, for quite some time because I've been rich enough to do so. But in this Julii campaign, I've just been really just slumming it, you know, just kind of hiring mercenaries and doing whatever I have to continue the campaign and to achieve my objectives. But now, maybe finally, my finances, like looking at 7 grand for my treasury next turn, and that is with me building something. I think in every single settlement, I think I'm building an aluminum. Yeah, I can't afford anything except for that wall. But I think everywhere else I'm building Mediolanium, same, okay, yeah, same deal there, but yeah, still, whatever. Segesta, I don't know if there's, okay, I'm not building everything everywhere, but I'm training, I'm building a few buildings, and I'm still training Asadi, Equites. I'm building a trireme here in Patavium, and as well as, you know, Hastati and Velites, you know, so I'm training soldiers pretty much, you know, in the places where I want to be. And I'm still building a few buildings, like the paved roads here in Massilia, and one of the dock buildings, the dockyard here in Patavium. So, yeah, that's right. And I did put in the Legion barracks for some Princapes here in Arretium. So some decent heavy infantry. And I will be failing my first Senate mission of this campaign. Unfortunately, those pirates have just been too much to handle, and I was not able to slip the blockade in that last episode, so I had an entire fleet get destroyed yet again, and now it's time to not muck around anymore. I need to start building some triremes so that I can, you know, master the Adriatic and not just be at the whims of the pirate navies. That's just a no-no. So, yeah, it's too bad. I'm going to be failing that Senate mission. I will not be getting a priority for appointment to office. That's really too bad. That's actually a good one, but oh well, you know. The show must go on, so we will not be blockading Corinth, unfortunately. But hey, that also means we won't be going to war with the Greeks for now, so I can continue. I think I am trading with them, I think. Am I trading with Corinth? Is this mine? It's hard to tell. The blue? Maybe? Maybe one of those? Corinth? Yeah, this is... It's kind of hard to tell. Is that going to Tarentum or is that going to Ariminum? Oh, I can just look on here, can't I? Yeah, duh. I can tell somewhere, right? Do I have trade summary? And yeah, I am actually making 30. So just from imports, I'm making 30 florins per turn, importing marble and timber. But then I'm not exporting anything to Corinth. Okay. Okay, alright, interesting. Is that for, let me just, I want to double check this now. So yeah, that's not trading anything to Corinth, and then... Okay. But that's okay, though. Yeah, so I won't have to worry about getting a ceasefire with them. Yeah, that's all right. So what I'm thinking right now is let's just spend a little bit of time now getting some decent army comps out. Because, and I know, so like, you know, the Gauls have some decent troops now. They're training some decent, you know, scary looking troops. And some upgrades as well. You know, they have weapon upgrades on their soldiers. Some decent weapon upgrades on these skirmish warbands. So maybe they have... What do they have now? They have a blacksmith, but to get that other weapon upgrade, they must be getting that from one of their shrines, maybe? Let's see, do they have... What buildings do they have here? Blacksmith, so that's just giving them the +1 to light and heavy weapons. But maybe one of their shrines? Let's see, the sacred... That's upgrading missile weapons by +3. Oh, that's what their skirmish warbands. Yep, that's what that is. Okay, so their skirmish warbands are going to be hitting at a +3 weapon attack or whatever. So that's okay. Yep. That's what that's from. But my point was, and this is going back to my experience playing all the way back to Shogun, which is that my primary objective when I'm building army comps in the early game, in the mid game, wherever I am, my objective is to build a balanced army comp. First and foremost, I want heavy infantry to hold, light infantry to kill, and then light cavalry to chase and to finish off the army and make a victory into a decisive one. And those are the three elements that I want in every single army, essentially. And I feel like as long as I have that balanced force, that I can, in most cases, meet a lot of, a lot of enemies that I'm going to come up against. Now, of course, there does come a time where you just need better troops. Eventually, even a balanced force is going to need to be upgraded. You're going to need better soldiers, better generals, better leadership from me. I get it. But I think that I personally have always enjoyed the building those army comps. Rather than kind of rushing to an elite, like one type of unit that just wins battles for me, I do like that balanced idea of saying, hey, what am I missing? Let's get that thing that I'm missing. And usually, I think in these early games, it's like getting that light cav unit, that first light cav unit that allows me to make a victory into a decisive victory. That's kind of the first thing in Shogun where you needed a large castle, a tier 2, to get those Yari cav. And before then, every time you won a battle, you're just kind of like, I didn't get the enemy, because it's hard to chase down units when you don't have those light cavalry units, right? And since then, in medieval and Rome, it's made it a bit easier to get those cavalry units. Like, you just get the generals units have been pretty, decent sized cavalry units in medieval and Rome. So it's been a bit easier, I think, but still, getting equites is very important in my opinion. It is. I think some people might prefer to maybe rush principes because having that solid front line just makes them feel a bit more comfortable with their formations. I think some people like to rush archers because being able to kill from a distance is just very, very crucial, and being able to dictate where the enemy kind of moves around the battlefield is very important to them. And yeah, those are all very important things, but for me, it's more about looking, what is my army missing? Can I hold something? Can I kill something? Can I chase something? Those are kind of the three primary things. And then from there, you can build out, obviously, following, whatever units that your faction offers. You can find some fun ways to, differentiate your army comps between faction to faction, or even playthrough to playthrough, saying, hey, I've never used this unit before. Let's see if I can make it work, or let's see if it's going to be fun to play around with it. So that's my idea, is that from here, with my Western forces, let's just get something that feels competent, having a force. And at this point, I'm thinking about, if my finances allow it, one force that can essentially hold my territories here, Massilia, Lugdunum, and Narbo Martius, and it might have to do a little bit of racing back and forth between Lugdunum and Narbo Martius to meet any threats from the Gauls and the Spanish, but it might be able to do that. And then a second army would be moving on over to this town over here. So that's going to be the idea. I think that one army in my Eastern Empire is probably still going to be good for now. Having the Brutii as my neighbors for now is a good thing. Having the Dacians, my allies, as my neighbors is also good. That means it's just the Germans. So as long as I'm kind of hanging out up here and keeping the Germans in check, that seems like it's okay for now. There are forces hanging about. There are some warbands, some screeching women. And that's really all I'm seeing, aren't I? Yeah, some skirmisher warband. What about up here? We are seeing some axemen. So the axemen are kind of like the German equivalents of the Gallic swordsmen, except for the swordsmen are a bit more balanced towards defense and attack. I think the axemen are more geared all out for attack, and their defense is not quite as good as the swordsmen, I think is how that works. I don't even think they get a bonus versus armor, do they? Yeah, I don't think so. It can be it's a bit confusing. Some axe wielding units do have that bonus versus armor, like the desert cavalry for the Egyptians, but then some of them don't, like the desert infantry for the desert, what are they called? They're just called the desert axemen, I think. Yeah, like they don't have the bonus versus armor, so yeah, it's kind of confusing sometimes. For now, though, just to finish up this turn, let's clear these brigands out of my territories up here. What am I seeing? But peasants and a rebel general in 3 mystery units. If I could just kind of, like, get them out of my territory, that's fine. If I have to fight them, that's fine as well. Let's just kind of move on over here. And yeah, now they're just out of my territory. Now they are the Dacians' problem. That's fine. I can move back over and start, go back to stationing over here after that. And then I think I can reach this as well. So you should be in reinforcement range if I were to bring you. Let's actually bring you guys up as well. Are you guys not going to be in range? Kind of feels like they're not going to be in range. Well, if they're not going to help, then... Oh, they're not going to be able to get there either. Oh. Yeah, okay. Well, what are the tax levels set at normal? Can I even leave the town and be okay here? Okay, that's going to be okay. So let's just join up with them, and they can help fight these brigands up here. Because what do they have? 1 warband, 4 peasants, and then a rebel general. So let's make sure that we are able to defeat them. And that should be fine. And I want this man to continue on his journey. I want him to go talk to the Numidians. Oh yeah, in fact... Oh wait, ooh, the Armenians have taken this place. I can't remember what it's called. It's not... Is it Hatra? Is that Hatra? Can't remember. Yeah, one of y'all pointed this out. Yeah, the Egyptians did lose Alexandria to Libyan rebels. Interesting. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, that's very interesting. How the hell did that happen? I would think that would be a pretty... That's their capital, or it was. You know? My goodness, that's wild. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going down there to check that out. And yeah, we will talk to the Numidians as well, just to kind of say hi to them, see if we can get trade rights and map information, all of that lovely stuff. And I think that's going to be it for this turn. I think I'm all set. Actually, let's see. I want to maybe get some more spies. I can afford it. I have money left over. And upkeep is going to be 100. That's right. Let's just get a spy. I want more spies. I want more vision up here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, that's looking good. Let's end this turn. And that's the sad noise. That's the sad Senate noise of a failed mission. Yeah, they let you know that they're unhappy. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Senate. And yep, we're sitting on 6,000, so that's okay. And we did find a spy in this province of Narbomartius. Yeah, I still don't have any assassins, do I? Like, I cannot even kill spies when I find them. That's just really, really annoying. Marriage celebrations? So Titus Flaminius. Yeah, so that's the man of the hour. The man that was adopted into my family in the last episode. Now he did just marry Ergulania. And he will be able to start having children. Yay, that's what we really need that. We needed that. God, oh, that was so good. And the Spanish did decide to bugger off yet again. Oh, okay. Man, I do not even feel that strong over here. And the fact that they're just like leaving again, it's like, all right, hey, I'll take it. And we have more Gauls hanging out. 2 warband. I don't know what the rest of the units are. But since they're coming from this region and then not this region, I can't imagine they're going to have strong units up here. I don't think this is going to be... It still says it's a town, but I don't know if that's like an updated information or know. Like, I don't know if stuff that's under the fog of war and it's telling me that's a town. Is that just because of what it was when I first got map information from the gulls, or does like this actually keep me updated on the you know, the ongoing state of things? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. We also have the Temple of Ceres and the wooden wall that have been built in Evenum and Narbomartius. And yep, all of those things have been recruited as well. No new missions from the Senate, so I'm supposing that's going to be happening in the next turn. Yeah, okay. That is fine. We have our trireme here in Batavium. Let's go ahead and build up another trireme. Yeah, upkeep is 150 compared to the 100. Yeah, it's expensive, but... And yeah, to cost an extra 100 to build. Yeah, I think it's worth it though. I mean, I just lost, what, 2 or 3 fleets of boats, you know? So, yeah, it's definitely time. It's something that you can make the argument that I probably should have done it earlier, but I don't know. I don't think I could afford it at the time. And I was also like, you know, trying to beat the clock and trying to get out to these places under the time limit that the Senate was dictating. So yeah, those are my excuses, but no more excuses. Let's build this fleet. Let's make the Roman Republic proud here and take control of the Adriatic so that the pirates are no longer going to boss me around up here. And I wonder what these German armies are doing. They kind of look like they're heading off in a direction that wasn't towards me. They're not at war with anyone other than me. Otherwise, they would have said something, right? Yeah, they are still fighting the Dacians. That's right. That's right. Yeah, and the Britons still are not going to fight anyone. Man, it's just maddening. Because you know that as soon as I start to border them, they're going to be fighting me. You just know it. You know? Oh well. All right. Well, I'm not going to be like racing out here to fight these gulls. I will let them come to me. That's fine.
Imperator.
Yeah, this feels okay to hang out here. Just because I don't feel that strong with these two forces. They're pretty haggard forces. I would like to get some more Hastati from Massilia over here. Definitely want to do that. Lugdunum, can I make you happy? Yep, just lower the taxes. We'll make you happy. And then let's go ahead and let's finally fight this. So yeah, peasants, warband, rebel general, and I do have some reinforcements. Let's make sure that I am controlling this, and let's fight this. This should be a nice and simple battle. We are going to start off here with the high ground, and let's see where they are. Yeah, they want to get over there, so let's go ahead and head down here. And hopefully they don't... Let's see, are they going to go after my reinforcements? So let's go ahead, put you guys in guard formation. And you go up there. And yeah, do they want to go after... Hopefully they don't try to isolate my smaller force down there. Maybe I should hang back, actually. Yeah, let's just hang back. Because I probably can just win with this force up here. Would be my guess. Does this rebel general think he wants to charge at me, does he? Okay, well I'm not really in position yet. But let's go ahead and charge down at him with my own general. And yep. Let's go in here with my barbarian mercenaries and get a little flank in on him. And
the gods have filled the heart of
yeah, so he's running away.
Now he flees the field like a coward.
We're getting some shots in on him with our archers. And yeah, now we can go ahead and reform our ranks again. Now a brave unit of peasants wants to run up this hill to avenge the defeat of its leader. Now the leader did not die. It's still down there, but yeah, they're just letting their peasants run up this hill at us, and they want to charge on into our town watch. They think that that's a fight that they can win. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably one of the only fights the town watch actually can win decisively. So, yeah, there's no chance there. Let's go ahead and send my general out. He can chase down the rest of those peasants, and then I can go ahead and move my formation down here to start to engage the rest of this army. We were able to lure another unit of peasants up here, chasing after our general. I probably could just turn right around and hit these peasants, but I don't want to fight unsupported. So let's go ahead and yeah, now that they're like going downhill away from me, now I can attack them. I feel okay about that. And let's continue bringing our infantry up to support. And I can start to bring my reinforcements a bit closer as well, now that I've started to nibble down on their forces a little bit. And now the warband are coming up. I don't want their warband to catch my general. That's for Gashtan, sure. Their spears will trade effectively into him, so you know, he does only have 25 men. There is that to consider. And my archers can start teeing off on those warband. Do I have any more ammo left on my velites? Yes, I do. So they should be able to start pelting these guys as well. Let's go ahead and move my general up here. Town Watch can reposition. And yep, you guys can keep on moving up. Let's go ahead and try to pin them with my Town Watch. And once they are pinned, we can turn around and chase with my general. Yeah, that'll get rid of their warband. And now we just have to finish cleaning up these peasants and that general. We may as well keep on chasing. We got some peasants over here, so let's go after them as well. We may as well, right? Because I don't think we should be too concerned. I mean, there is a, how many men? 12-man unit of General's bodyguard here. But yeah, we should be able to clean up these forces. And let's go ahead and send our Astadi into the General's unit. And what are they down to? They're down to 9 men. It looks like they're running away again. Let's see. They're chasing our Town Watch. So yeah, they broke our Town Watch. But my archers are continuing to shoot on into them. They're down to 7 men. Probably should get my general back over here. And now, these reinforcements, yeah, you can come over here. And we're picking these guys off. There's 7 left in that unit. And let's continue to move down this hill with our infantry. And we might want to turn around and meet this charge here. There we go. And we should be able to win, although I want to get these barbarian mercenaries in here a bit faster. There we go.
Gods be praised.
Enemy general is dead, and that's going to be it. So let's end the battle. We did lose 44 men.
And this day is clearly our victory.
Yeah. All right, nice. So they have been cleared up. And now we can have all of these troops move on over to support our western armies.
General,
Yes, you move on over, and then you have a bit more range. Yeah, nice. And I think this might have been, was this the first combat action of Quintus Julius? There's no way. He must have been clearing out brigands in my core territories before this. But yeah, considering that this is one of my, like, you know, best starting generals from the beginning of the campaign, and he's just now finally getting some, like, you know, he's being brought to my western provinces. It's too bad, but also, like, I felt like I needed those discounts on those building costs, you know, during that portion of the campaign. Just felt necessary, I think. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, he can get brought on over as well. So do I want him up here by Lugdunum, or do I want him out here? Let's see, where do I want you? Maybe you go to Lugdunum, and then maybe you go out west.
Onward, out of move,
by Nova
sir.
Martius, because there's going to be more forces in this area, I think. And Lugdunum doesn't immediately seem like it's being threatened. Now, after putting some recruitment orders in and getting some more Velites and Hastati and Equites all queued up, and including that trireme here in Batavium, I still have 3,600 denarii left, so I can actually build a paved roads here in Nova Martius, and that's obviously going to be helping my armies get around here a bit faster. How much money is that going to be giving me, though, as well? So 459 up to 582. Yeah, that's a decent little jump. Let's get that in, although, you know what? You have a discount, don't you? Yeah, 15% discount. Is that all? Do you have another one? I'm wondering if there's another discount as well. Confident attacker, faction leader. Good defender, sanguinary. +1 command, but -1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. Huh. This man's obvious relish for bloodshed is beginning to worry his associates and underlings. Okay. So yeah, that's because he had that speech where he was talking about wanting to bathe in the blood of his enemies, and I was like, holy shit, dude, where did that come from? This is where that came from. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. It's also interesting because, like, so command stars in this game, don't they just increase morale? Unlike in Medieval and Shogun, where they increase the valor and honor of the troops, which directly leads to increases in attack and defense as well as morale. Or is that, let's see, in Medieval I think it's just attack and defense, but it's not morale. But anyway, I think in this game it's kind of the opposite, isn't it? Where command just influences the morale of the troops, but not the attack and the defense of the troops, I believe is the case. I think is the case. So in this case, like having a +1 command, but a -1 morale for all troops on the battlefield, does that completely negate itself? Or what? I don't know exactly. Because, like, how much morale is it? Is it 1 morale per star? I don't know. I've been a little bit confused when trying to find more about the effects of the command stars, and I think that I'm trying to remember. I feel like some people did some testing a while back, and they weren't really seeing any benefits of the command stars when they were doing some testing. But I'm not sure how valid those tests were, because I don't know if you can put command stars on units in custom battles. I think you can increase a unit's experience, but I don't know if you can give your general in a custom battle command stars. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about Medieval right now, but yeah, I'm getting the games mixed up a little bit here. But in any case, yeah, it's a little bit confusing when you see a trait like this, which seems like it might negate itself. I'm not quite sure though. However, another thing that I saw was his tax assessor, so 10% bonus on tax income, and with his management as well. I did have a viewer who was really I would say upset that I wasn't keeping my good management generals and characters inside a settlement because I'm losing out on so much money. And in this case, now that like, I mean, the Gauls could, see, that's the thing. They could get here in one turn and siege that fort, in which case I would need to move out again and, you know, beat them back. The Spanish also are like just like right outside of range of my fort. I feel like once you're here, you can maybe lead the army while the faction leader can hang out in Narba Martius and offer some tax bonus as well as the management as well. Bonus. Do you have any tax or bonuses at all? Either? No, it's just the energetic. So you're just giving the build cost or build increase, or sorry, the construction cost decreases.
General.
Okay, so let's put you back in Narba Martius, and let's go ahead and start building the paved roads for a bit of a discount. And so how much is that giving us for income? It's going up to 392 because he's here. Off of management. But then if he's not here,
Combining troops.
it's down to 159. So yeah, that does make a difference, doesn't it? Because now it's relying on his management, and it's not as good, is it? You know what? I guess I kind of forgot about you. The fact that you're here, and you're younger, you're 26, you're not great, but you are going to need to, like, carry your weight once your father has passed away. So let's put him back into Narba Martius. He's done enough fighting, you know. He's had enough bathing in blood. Let's put him into Narba Martius. His son can lead this army. That way, if the Gauls or the Spanish come, this army has a leader. And then, yeah, we can make a bit more money here in Narba Martius. Due to his management and his tax assessor trait as well. Yeah, that feels a bit better, doesn't it? And then you don't have any traits for money, do you? And then what about you? Do you have any money traits? No, you're just a fighter. 4 stars, you belong on the battlefield, don't you? Yes, you do. Alright, well, that's that. And then you, okay, I don't want to forget about you either. You are, so you're 30. You have 2 priests. So the priest of Jupiter is a +1 influence, +1 command, +1 management. And then the priest of Ceres, +1 management and +1 to farming output. Interesting. So I wouldn't mind actually considering who has good farming. I think at Batavium, right, has my best farming income. So maybe you should go to Batavium.
General.
Let's just look at this. So income from farming is going to be 1,000 here in Batavium. And let's just check that with everywhere else. So 544, 612, 388, 711, 340, 581, 544, 544. So yeah, Batavium by far has the most farming income. So if I move,
Orders.
can I get you there?
Onward.
Not quite. Not quite. Oh, too bad. But yeah, that might be where I want you. +1 to farming output. Probably should have looked at his other stuff. Let's see. Anything else here? Yeah, I like the discount on construction costs. That's a good one. +2 morale for all troops on the battlefield. That can be good, obviously. Ooh, 10% penalty on tax income. Ah, darn. I wonder how much that just negates the farming income. Useless assessor. Yeah, that's bad. Careless. Fruitful. So you can have children. He's good at having children. All right. Well, we can take a look at it. We'll see if he's like a net positive or a net gain when it comes to the income that he can provide to Batavium. And now, even though the income from highways here in Mediolanium isn't super great, yeah, it would go from 188 to 257, but still, getting those highways, man, just getting that fast movement speed around the map, it just feels very, very good. So let's get that. That's pretty much all of my money spent. And I think I'm going to be close here to moving on to another turn. And I am interested to see if the Senate's going to be giving me another mission, and if they do, where will it be directed? Yeah, I'm very curious. Would it be another blockade port mission, or will they direct me to take a settlement? Considering that I just did take a settlement without them ordering me to, I wonder, yeah, so Sparta, so another blockade port mission. So luckily I do have 2 triremes built by this point, because yeah, this is going to be another Adriatic Sea mission here. And my reward is I will be rewarded. Okay, so that's money, right? That's always going to be money. And I have the triremes. I have 2 of them already built. And Sparta, how far away is that going to be? How many turns will that take me? 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have time to build 1 more trireme, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get another trireme up. Although I will say, I'm not seeing any boats, at least in this area. Although there's kind of a dark space right here. I don't know. Maybe there's some pirates hiding in this fog of war right here. But yeah, I should be able to get there in 4 turns. So let's get that trireme going. It's a little bit risky, you know, in case the enemy, like, if I'm beaten in a battle somewhere and it kind of throws me off course, then maybe I won't be able to reach there in time, but maybe I will. We will see. Yeah, that's going to be the hope there. What else do we have? So we're sitting on 5,800. Nice. And Senate offices assigned. Hey, we got something. All right, nice. That's good. So my faction leader, Lucius Julius, has gotten Pontifex Maximus. So the supreme head of the Roman state religion and controller of all religious colleges, including the Vestal Virgins, he is in absolute control of doctrine and to a great extent above the jurisdiction of the Senate and people of Rome. So that's going to be giving him... Where does it say? Does he not have that trait somewhere? Pontifex Maximus, is that not here somewhere? Warfare leader, faction leader, explorator. Huh, it's not saying. I wonder if he's like, he has too many traits and he can't fit in anymore. I wonder if that's what's going on here. And it's interesting that you can still have something for being an ex-quaestor. So +1 influence for being an ex-quaestor. And ex-aedile. So +1 to law for that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I like that. So that's that, and then the Quaestor, Decius Julius, so the lowest rank of the magistrate usually charged with managing the treasury and the first meaningful appointment of all men looking for a political career in Rome. So Decius Julius, that's going to be the man that I was just sending to Batavium. Oh, wonderful, good. Good, it's nice. I'm glad he's getting something here. So yes, that's going to be +1 to management. Oh, good, more good, yeah, it's going to be a bit more money for Batavium once he gets in there. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So family tragedy. So Faustina. So this lady has died as she lived, as an ornament to her family and Roman society. Our family mourn her passing and honor her memory. Yes, right. About that, I can't remember exactly who she was married to. And yes, we got those stables and lugged in them. Perfect. Now we can start training those equites up there. Awesome. And yep, we got a bunch of stuff trained up. So let's check out Batavium's income before we put Decius Julius in. So the full income is 1887. What is it? Total income 2,392. 2392. 2392. Put him in, and Did that change that? So now it's minus 1902. Did he just have a negative influence or 2392? So it's a slightly positive. It was 2392 and now it's 2460. Okay, so that's right. It just didn't update instantly. Got it. Got it. Jeez, you don't see this very often. Just the whole borders clear of enemies. Not an enemy in sight. No Spanish. No. Oh, spoke too soon. There's a pirate navy on the coast. Admiral Sinan. Oh, you rogue, you bugger there. No, it's fine. It's fine. You know, you just stay in the sea. Stay over there. Stay out of the Mediterranean, and we're gonna be cool, okay? Until I border that sea region, then I'll kill you. But no, for now, there's no Gauls. There's no Spanish. Man, we're looking good, aren't we? We are looking good. And the Gauls are kind of hanging out in Alicia too. They're not like marching down on me. It's interesting. It kind of feels like they're a little bit smacked around a bit, huh? Kind of feels like they're a little bit, a little bit humbled, huh? Interesting. Yeah, the Germans don't really know what to do either. And I know it makes me, I wonder how the Dacians are doing. It makes me, I want more. Oh yeah, I have a spy, don't I? Spy.
Yes, master.
Spy. You go up here.
Secrecy is
And then you can kind of rotate on over.
Secrecy is
Oh, ran into some dudes. Brigands, yep, don't really care about them. They're all in the German territory. So yeah, we don't care. Just keep on moving.
is assured.
Just want to double check this. Yeah, they're both in German territory. All right. Yeah, I would like to get some more vision on over here if I could, and especially on over here. That'd be nice as well. Now that my borders are a bit clear, I'm feeling a little bit bold. I feel bold enough, perhaps, to take Quintus Julius along with
Imperator.
Tertius Emilius, along with Titus Flaminius. And I can kind of combine their forces together. And I just want to go on a bit of a mapping expedition, if you will. I mean, this is my territory, but I feel like I only really control the southern, portion of Lugdunum. The Gauls, if they wanted to, could kind of have their way with the northern territories here, or northern part of this territory. And I would like to, do my normal thing, which is to put watchtowers along my borders here. That would give me some really good vision, allowing me to push my spies up a bit further. And also, if I see an opportunity, I mean, I already have this fort kind of stationed here between these two rivers in this little valley here. But if there's like another idea that presents itself to me, then I might take it. I don't really right off my, I don't know. I don't know exactly where I would place another fort, but I can keep an eye out for it, because they're kind of funneled down by these two rivers into Lugdunum if they wanted to attack here. If they can't go around this way, can they? Like, where's this river? So the river ends here, and I don't know if they can. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they can get around this way through here, and then. But still, that just takes them to this bridge, so that's not really useful for them, I don't think. And if they wanted to come over this bridge, how could they threaten me through the western side? I feel like they have to go all the way around to kind of here, don't they? And they can cross here, and then they can cross here. Yeah, I don't know. It does kind of feel like they're funneled right down from Alesia into Lugdunum, kind of, right? So, yeah, I'm thinking about mapping this out a bit. So maybe bring you up to Lug. Should I hire another unit of barbarian mercenaries just to have some more men?
Imperator.
You can probably hire the same unit, I suppose. Just because I don't want to get caught out, and get defeated. Obviously, that would be bad, but I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary to spend that kind of money
General.
at this point. So I'm tempted just to take you on up to Lugdunum, and then take you on up to Lugdunum, and then I can... So this is a large town. I can train Equites now. But let's get a unit of peasants first, just so that I can actually garrison this town. And then I could move out next turn and start to explore this territory. And then these two units of Asadi that have been trained here in Massilia, they can start making their way to Nabramartius, just because if I'm going to be taking all of those forces on a mapping expedition, I still do need to defend this portion of the territory. And sure, training Velites is cute, but I need some solid infantry over here in Nabramartius as well, so that is going to be important, because just as quickly as those two armies disappeared, they can just, appear again. So, yeah, I can't just, feel like I'm safe over here. But I probably don't have to keep training Velites also. I probably have enough. So let's take a little halt on that. But I do still need Hastati. Yeah, still need Hastati. And just by training those men, that's going to keep Massilia in the positive when it comes to population loyalty. And then I should probably build some paved roads up here as well, just to continue to link my territories up here a bit closer, allowing people to travel further. And yes, with that discount from Quintus Julius, I can build them with 1,020 denarii. And what is that giving me for income? Yeah, that's a good boost. 73 to 148. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. So let's do that. Everywhere else is still building stuff. And I probably don't need to keep training soldiers over in these territories now. My one army that, I'm kind of building up for is probably good on... Let's see, what do I have? I have some Hastani that I trained up, and I'm going to have some Principes coming out soon enough here in Arretium. So, let's see, what do I have? I can merge you and... Yeah, I can bring that unit down to be retrained at some point. Let's see, you. Yeah, let's just bring up one unit of Hastati. I could use some more Velites here, actually. I can't train Velites in Arretium, can I? Can I? No, I cannot. Just in Batavia was the only place in my eastern provinces where I can train Velites. Okay. So once I finish getting that boat out here in Batavia, I will train another unit of Velites to send up here to this army. Because this army is looking like fine, but it could use a little bit of juice. Just a little bit of fine-tuning, really, just to make sure that it can meet any challenges. It looks like I maybe didn't quite... maybe I kind of forgot to retrain these units after fighting that German army way back. Yeah, something I need to pay attention to a bit closer. And since I don't need these Equites over here in Ariminum, or, even in this army either, you know what? Let's go ahead and put them on some boats. Let's send them over here. The boats can come, pick them up, and I will put them on the boats next turn. And also, I can probably send some Velites from my western provinces over to my eastern provinces as well. Yeah, that's okay. That'll be fine. Just because Lugdunum is not going to be training horses exactly this moment, I will be getting some peasants as well. And then we can start getting Equites after that. But yeah, I really need some cavalry out here in my western forces. Yeah, that's going to be very nice to get those going. Now I have a bit of money left to spend. Who needs to build something? Ariminum could build something. And Segesta and then Euvinum are my three options. I think you guys are all building stuff. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, so what are my options here? So I'm really tempted to get a blacksmith. I mean, it's finally, I feel like my only blacksmith that I have is here in Arretium. That's it. So that's not a great feeling. Getting Equites with a +1 attack is pretty good, and that allows me to build an armor eventually. a forum is nice to get a bit more money, but I feel like my economy is fine for now, and I think that focusing on military is probably a better idea. Getting an arena would be kind of cool. Getting that happiness bonus. And I think the arena allows me to train gladiators. Maybe it's the upgraded to arena. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. Public baths are nice. The 10% bonus to happiness is good, but my tax rate's very high and public order's okay, so it's hard to justify that. Academy is nice to train characters for sure, but also it feels a little bit extra at this point. Cavalry stables is very tempting, just because getting that cavalry auxilion is a javcav, which is cool. I like javcav, and that's very tempting to get a nice little skirmish cav unit at this point of the game. Yeah, and that's one of those units that actually does not change over during the Marian reforms. Every other unit changes onto something else, whereas the javcav, the cavalry auxilia, stay the same throughout the rest of the campaign, which is kind of cool. I like that. Yeah. So that's very tempting, but the blacksmith just kind of feels like I should have that by now, you know? That's where I feel like I'm behind a little bit. So that's tempting. And then what are my options here? So Gesta. Getting a market would give me what kind of money? A little boost, 40 or so. I don't know if that's that necessary. And then Evenum. Market's probably even less money up here. Yeah, that's barely any money here in Evenum. Let's focus on getting that blacksmith in Araminum. And then yeah, I can get a market in Segesta because I can afford it and can't afford wooden walls. Should I get wooden walls up here? I just don't feel that threatened, to be honest. I don't feel that threatened up here. Not enough to get wooden walls built up. Yeah, this feels like a pretty safe sector of my empire. Now I am getting to the end of this episode, but I am tempted to play one more end turn just to see what happens. See if anything fun happens. Yeah, the Gauls are going to come on in and lay siege to that fort that's just north of Lugdunum. So actually, I'm glad that I just moved those troops on up to Lugdunum because now I can sort of react to that a bit more. And what do we have here? Oh yeah, okay. So the Gauls are going to be attacking that rebel force. And yeah, my garrison is going to be reinforcing, although we're not going to be really helping out. What do they have here? So naked fanatics, barbarian peasants, warband, barbarian peasants, and a rebel general. And what about the Gauls? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to win this, to be honest. 2 warbands, although there's experience and weapon upgrades. A Falxman, which is kind of a cool unit, high attack, charge bonus. So 14 attack, 5 charge, 11 defense is pretty low. Defense skill of 8 is kind of decent for a guy that just has a big old blade on a stick, you know? Yeah, kind of a cool unit. Yeah, may charge without orders, good morale, fast moving. So that's cool. Archer Warband is useful as well. I don't know. I don't know if we can win this. I typically like to kind of stand off to the side and let the AI fight these kind of things, but they might actually need... What do I have? A town watch, I think, maybe? Yeah, I might need to actually, like, participate in this battle. I don't know. Yeah, so let's see how this goes. Dacians are arrayed right here. Warband up, and my guys are coming on in. And yeah, we have fought on this map before, and God, I hope they don't just turn around and massacre me. Yeah, there's the rebel general. Warband. Okay, let's fast this forward, and yeah, I wasn't planning on this episode going on much longer, but here we are. Let's just watch the Dacians and see if they can beat these rebels. Ooh, bad timing. It started to rain, and the Dacians actually do have archers. So, yeah, that's That's unfortunate. The rain is going to be hampering their effectiveness a bit. Now, I don't really want to get my town watch massacred here, but maybe I should start to move up a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much of a difference I can make here. I hear some horns going off, and let's see, got some peasants that are being chased down by some Falksmen. Over on this side, I don't know what the warband are doing off on the distance. And let's see, Archer, warband. Archer's warband just kind of left off by themselves, so they might get charged by naked fanatics now. Rebel General heading back, and well, no, they're not going after me. Are they going after me? All right, I might need to form ranks here. My guy's on guard mode. Yeah, Rebel General is just kind of going straight after me, maybe. Let's see if I can hold here. 4 men, form your line, yeah. And yeah, if anything, I'm distracting the Rebel General while the Dacians clean up the rest of the army. So yeah, my guys are going to get completely mopped up, which is just so unfortunate. God damn it. Yeah.
This is a shameful day for Rome.
So yeah, we didn't kill any of the enemy general, but we distracted him long enough so that the Dacians were able to get rid of the rest of the army. Now let's see, Falksman versus the Rebel General. Can they actually, like, fight here? Can they actually do okay? Falksman are just getting mowed down. The Rebel General hasn't lost a single man. He just lost 1 man. There you go. Okay, he's losing men now. He's starting to get hacked down. Oh, and then now they're running away. That's too bad. So yeah, those Falksmen only were able to kill. Okay, here's some warband. Warband with their spears. Warband should. Yep. Now that's hurting the Rebel General. Yep. Yeah, there they go. They got him. Dacians got him.
Enemy general is killed.
Now they're gonna bring some peasants in, but those peasants are gonna be butchered by this warband, and that is gonna be it. So you know what? Your sacrifice was not in vain, Town Watch. No, you distracted the Rebel General just long enough for the Dacians to clean up the rest of the army, and now they should get they should get a victory, right? Wait a minute, what's happening here? Archer Warband should be picking off the Naked Fanatics. Their Rebel Warband beat the Dacian Warband. So this has not been decided yet. Naked Fanatics versus Warband. I don't know, those Naked Fanatics are so low. You'd think they're going to lose, you'd think. And then here, Warband versus Archer Warband. Is Falksman, are they going to come in and help out? Looks like the Archer Warband were able to break the regular Warband. And hey, huzzah, we won. Oh dear. So yeah, half of our unit got butchered, but we still have 40 men remaining, and we were able to help our Dacian allies get those brigands off of their land. So hey, you know, that's now those Dacians can go back to fighting against the Germans, right? Yeah, go back to fighting the Germans. Alright, I just want to check this out. So we got 7,000 in the bank. That feels good. City gross, Batavium. This can now get up to a huge city, right? Yeah, spend pretty much all my money. Get this up to a huge city. And then I think that that is going to be what finally triggers the Marian reforms, right? So get that Imperial Palace out. And yeah, improved General's bodyguards. So yeah, all of the bodyguards that we'll be getting at that point are going to be of higher quality. And let's see, all of that. So an Imperial Palace is the ultimate expression in marble and stone of Roman authority. The building's imposing size and ultimate luxury are intended to impress everyone in the city. Those who live beneath its walls can have no doubt as to where power lies. While those inside control every aspect of that city, this palace even has its own military elite, quite separate from the army. An Imperial Palace allows the most advanced construction in a city, allowing magnificent buildings to be built. Let's get it. Yes, awesome, nice. That's very nice. What else do we have? So Dockyard and Batavium has been finished just in time too, right? That's perfect. Perfect, and paved roads in Massilia have also been built. Got some troops that were trained up, and let's see, the Parthians are now allies with the Armenians and Pontus. Okay, so they are forming their little coalition against the Seleucids, I'm guessing. that seems to be the case. And yeah, awesome. That's cool. Getting that, that's going to be the Marian reforms. And yeah, getting Marian reforms is going to allow us to train some pretty awesome soldiers. Any sign of the Spanish? No, the Spanish don't seem to be hanging about, so that's good. And the Gauls, the Gauls just kind of marched right up in, so, you know, like I just showed up here too, like with this army. I just was like, hey, I'm going to go explore my settlement. And then they bring up this army. I'm like, oh, I guess I can kill some Gauls too. Perfect. Quintus Julius, you can actually get some fighting done against a proper army before your time has come. And then you can go exploring this region, placing down watchtowers, and maybe building a fort or two. We will see. But you know what? That is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.